It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Bucs and the Lions on Monday Night Primetime.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Tonight, it's the Monday conclusion to what's been an amazing Super Wild Card weekend, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Detroit Lions. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs.
What a weekend it's been already. One more to get through on this Monday night, and we are underway here in the wild card round. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And bringing them out is the top pick in the 2018 draft, fiery competitor from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They go play action. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now the veteran of a handful of teams, it's Chase Edmonds. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Here's 3rd and 3. Play fake. Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. This a 2nd and 8. Mayfield to throw it. He'll find his tight end, Payne Durham. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Open man, it's Palmer. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Mayfield now. And it's caught. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Keeft from 6 yards away. And the Bucs will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Williams now on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Next receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And they needed 2. They can only get 1. 4th down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Here's Williams to return. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there. And they get the 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's caught. Allen Robinson.
And he's got this down to the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
That is caught by Laporta. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Dan Arnold, but it'll be second and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away to his left. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 3rd and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively. Montgomery. Well, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. So Montgomery denied on 4th and goal. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. Another carry now for Edmonds. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's Mayfield.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On the return is Williams. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them.
There he goes, left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, Montgomery. Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll find Williams on the sling. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams from 10 yards out. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Here's 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. But they come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the momentum just continuing to build and build for them. They had the touchdown, their last drive to tie the game. Now their defense does its job. And Charles, all of a sudden, they've got a chance to capture the lead here.
And we're seeing a really nice exhibition of what coaches love to call complementary football. Offense gets a tie, defense does its job, gets the ball right back, and their teammates now have momentum. What a nice job they're doing, all doing it together.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground field goal couldn't go for it, but as you said, they picked it up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Yaya Diaby.
In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2nd down and 4.
Now Mayfield.
Slant route going to be caught by Palmer.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Holding. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here's a give to Edmonds running to the right. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Second down and another run with Edmonds.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Mayfield. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he whips that one incomplete there.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie, and they start 1st and 10.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
Mayfield looks to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. To throw, Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Draw play, Edmonds. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a 3rd down throw, and it misses the target, incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
One will go on to the divisional round, one will go home. Find out who it is. Let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room, But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Toss left to Montgomery. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
61 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Mayfield now. Completes this again to Shepard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Over the middle, complete. It's right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Lions' 42-yard line.
Mayfield to throw it.
Open man, it's Palmer.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mayfield on play action.
That's caught by Durham.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Here's Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7.
Now a give to Edmonds. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a fourth down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they doubled that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Coming right, this is Montgomery on the toss. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
And taken right at the 35. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how.
And that's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Mayfield off the play fake. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
82 yards rushing for him now to this point. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. It's Williams on the catch. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown!
Jamison Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lions have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the podcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
A very important extra point there, up and good. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So out come the Bucs now. Right now, Charles, this is the drive of the season. You're on the road here in the playoffs. It's put up or shut up. They need points.
This is where you have to come together as a team, as you just noted, on the road. So that means they've carried that mentality with them throughout. Hey, we've got to go out there, we've got to rely on ourselves, right? Focus, yet still find the fun in it. How great is this, guys? Look at the spot we're in right now. And then go to your top players, call the plays that they run best.
Yeah, sort of controlling their own destiny, but this place has been loud. Not going to be easy. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Play fake. Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in the stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken around the 12. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense set to take over. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 73 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They're going to look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 6. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs from 6 yards away. And the Lions are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, he didn't find the end zone a whole lot in his rookie campaign, but he's got himself a touchdown here in the playoffs.
And we know the guys on the other side of the field were hoping that he would be intimidated by playing in the postseason, but they can just let that go because he's as confident as they come. And I know that he believes that that's the first of many playoff touchdowns that he's going to have as his career progresses.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Mayfield.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing to look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now Mayfield.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
Mayfield on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2nd and 9.
Here's Edmonds, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Bucs first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Completes this again to Shepard. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Running left, here's Edmonds. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Fourth down, Mayfield. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Sterling Shepard, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
They'll try and run it in, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And the failure to convert and tie the game, now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. But Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you're going to be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporated here on this drive. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. He'll look to throw. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
So Mayfield and the Bucs
down by 2, a minute 46 to go. A field goal would produce a playoff stunner on the road, but this crowd is going to let them hear it here on 1st down.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Baker. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
Now Mayfield.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Mayfield to throw.
And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they've converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
And they will take a knee here. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And that knee will do it. Can't stop the clock defensively, so they protected their home field, got the victory in the wild card round.
And rewarded their home crowd. They came out in force for this one, really supported them throughout the year, and boy, there was something special in this one. And maybe it's their last home game, and if so, they sent them out with a great visual, didn't they?
The Lions stay alive as we say thanks for watching and so long.